We often ask ourselves, why did this happen to me? When life takes something away from us, especially something we worked hard for, our hearts feel heavy. We feel unlucky. We feel forgotten. But what if what we lose today is actually protecting us tomorrow? This is the story of a farmer who lost everything before winter and later understood that loss saved his life. So listen carefully until the end. At the edge of a quiet valley, surrounded by open fields and distant hills, there lived a farmer named Thomas. Thomas was not rich. He did not own large land. He did not have modern machines. But he was honest, hardworking, and patient. Every morning, before the sun rose, Thomas walked into his field. He touched the soil with his hands and whispered a prayer of thanks. His land was small, but it was enough to feed his family, enough to live with peace. That year, Thomas worked harder than ever before. The weather was good. The soil was strong. The crops grew tall and golden. People passing by stopped to look. Some said, "This will be Thomas's best harvest." Thomas only smiled. He did not boast. He kept working. Winter was coming soon. This harvest meant everything. Then one evening, the sky suddenly darkened. Strong winds began to blow. Rain started falling. At first, softly, then harder and harder. All night long, the rain did not stop. Thomas stood at his door, watching the storm, his heart growing heavy. By morning, his fear became real. The fields were flooded. The crops were destroyed, lying flat in the mud. Months of hard work gone in one night. Thomas knelt in the wet soil. He said nothing. He only closed his eyes. When the villagers heard the news, they came to see the damage. Some shook their heads. Some whispered. Others said out loud, "Poor Thomas. This winter will break him." Thomas did not argue. He did not complain. He cleaned his tools and went home. Winter arrived early that year. Cold winds filled the valley. Families stored grain in their barns and prepared for long months ahead. Thomas had nothing to store. He lived on simple meals, small savings, and quiet faith. Then something unexpected happened. As winter deepened, a strange sickness began to spread. People noticed their stored grain smelled bad. Some became ill after eating it. Fear spread through the village. The grain, the very thing meant to save them, was destroying them. Barn after barn was opened. Inside, the harvest was rotten. Families lost their food. Some lost their health. People were shocked. Slowly, they began to understand. One by one, the villagers came to Thomas's home. They looked at him differently now. "You lost your harvest," they said, "but it saved you." Thomas listened quietly. Winter passed. Spring returned. The land healed. Life began again. Thomas planted new seeds. One evening, a neighbor asked him, "When your crops were destroyed, why didn't you complain? Why didn't you curse your fate?" Thomas smiled gently and said, "At that time, I thought I had lost everything, but I reminded myself, I cannot see the whole picture. What feels like loss today may be protection tomorrow. Only time tells the truth. In life, we judge moments too quickly. We call things good or bad without waiting. But life is not a single moment. It is a long journey. If something is taken from you today, do not lose faith. And if everything is going well, do not become proud. Because sometimes, what saves us comes disguised as loss. Remember this: time reveals what the moment hides. Stay patient, stay thankful, and trust the plan you cannot yet see. In the end, only time can tell.